Hello and welcome to DownForce Update. I'm Nick Janes. Let's start off with some housekeeping like we always do. Our sponsor, Autodromo. Autodromo instruments for motoring. Check them out at autodromo.com and facebook.com/autodromomedia. Big news, we have 4 news stories for you today, and we'll kick right into those right now. Come on, why don't you just listen? Just listen like they're listening. You just bite yourself later, okay? Thank you. All right, big news. This is my favorite kind of news. You ready? 2013 Aston Martin Vanquish has been revealed. Check it out. We got some pictures here. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. All right, 6-liter V12 producing 565 horsepower and 457 pound-feet of torque. Goes 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds and onto a top speed of 183 miles per hour. Look at that thing. Oh, gorgeous. The Aston Martin is eager to get this one out the door because they have already sold out of the 177 supercar they produce. This one will run you $279,995. So if you have extra $280,000 rolling around, feel free to check that one out. Love that. If you would like to see the Aston Martin teaser video where they have the sound of it rolling, firing, running around with the B-roll of its interior, exterior, you can check that out on downforcemotoring.com right now. That's under the first top news story. Check it out. Next story, we got the 2012 Tesla Model S has been estimated by the EPA to have a range of 265 miles. That is the furthest and longest of any EV on the market currently, and has been given the rating of 89 mpge. The E there at the mpge there stands for equivalent and is a measure based upon the distance the vehicle can travel on what, how do they break it down? The energy contained in 1 gallon of gas. Sort of confusing, right? But gasoline can only contain X amount of energy, and if you convert that into energy in electric form, that's how far it can go on 1 gallon. It's sort of confusing, but it's the best way for people or for the automakers to sort of put a number on it. Hard to measure. The electric motor puts out 350 horsepower compared to that to the Nissan Leaf, which only has 107 horsepower. Certainly much faster there. We will find out though. And it's also bigger on the interior than the Leaf. It has 94 cubic feet of interior space, and then the Leaf only has 90. Also has 7 rows of seats there. It's kind of like the old school wagon where you can get 2 rear-facing seats there. Pretty cool, pretty neat. Big fans of electric cars here, and very, very glad to see that coming to fruition. Good news for them. In other electric car news, the Audi R18 e-Tron coupes have taken first and second place at this year's 24 Hours of Le Mans. For those of you who aren't aware, the e-Tron brand is Audi's all-electric. They make an R8 version. They make R18s, which are these racing ones here. Is that picking up my phone ringing? Pardon me, folks. First time ever we're getting a phone call. We'll ignore that. Just like Stephen Colbert, I can throw cell phones. I don't care. The winning vehicle of this year's 24 Hour of Le Mans is nicknamed Electra. And just to show you what a brilliant driver Marcel Fossler is, the vehicle hit the barriers twice in the last stages there. So that's just how hard he had to fight this dang thing around the track to win. Big, big, big time for them. Audi has won 11 times. This is the first time that the e-Trons have come in first and second. Let's see, last news segment. This is a first time for a fourth for us. I'm going to bring out my little bit of my inner Volvo nerd for a moment. Polestar, the aftermarket Volvo tuning company, has produced an S60. You might remember they made a C30 last year that Jeremy Clarkson got to drive. Volvo said they'd never make it. This one, however, is the S60, making 508 horsepower and 424 pound-feet of torque. Goes 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds and onto a top speed of 186. You might notice those are better numbers than the Aston Martin with a V12. the Volvo has 4 doors and only a 3-liter inline 6. Sort of interesting. Also has all-wheel drive. Believe it or not, Polestar has already sold it, this one-time concept, for $300,000 to some sort of lucky Volvo nerd millionaire fella. Wish it were me. I'm very glad to see Volvo has a vehicle that can actually compete with the M3, if only in a one-off form built by someone else. So, look at that. Look at that. I just want to show you some more pictures. Look at that thing. Gorgeous. That color, oh, love it. I love the S60, and my God, I would think I would love it with 508 horsepower even more. Now we move on to press car of the week. This week I hinted to you that I would be having the Honda CR-V, the 2012, the all-wheel drive EX. I've driven it now a little bit. Love the dang thing. MSRP $26,455. For that you get cloth interior, all-wheel drive, reverse cam, and Bluetooth. Big things for me. Remember how we mentioned that the Kia Rio has a rear view cam, but the $56,000 2012 BMW 335i does not? Well, $26,000 CR-V also has a rear view backup cam. 22 mpg city, 30 highway, a 2.4 liter making 185 horsepower. This thing's great. It's sort of got an interior like the Honda Odyssey minivan, but on a 3/4 size scale. Love it. I will have a written review for you on DownForce Motoring next week. Don't know what the press car is next week, but I will be heading out to drive Audis outside of Denver next week, so we might not have an update until later. I apologize for that now. Please send me anything you see on Craigslist that you think would be good for Bring a Trailer Park to bringatrailerpark@gmail.com. I'd love to see it. Send me comments, questions, anything like that. Please check out all the new stuff that's hitting DownForce Motoring right now. News, things like that. I'm trying to be more involved. All right, well, Rugi's finally stopped biting himself, so it's time to sign off. For DownForce Motoring, I'm Nick Janes. This has been DownForce Update. Thanks for watching.